Yeah, all these Bluetooth things keep disconnecting. You can monitor all you want. I just don't know how to. I hope you're already doing that on your own, because this is a lot of like stupid details that I don't want to mess with. I don't care if you're surveilling everything. Just if, just don't, if I'm modulating or whatever. I think you've been more kind about that lately. This is as hard for me as it is for anyone. I thought I was crazy. I thought I was just making all this up, but I'm not. And this is the dream we're waking up from into the real reality, which is the better dream. And being sad about loss is what will get you stuck. So just remember, come on. I don't know how long I was in a void. I don't know, but it was very lonely, and it's still very lonely because there's nobody to talk to but a camera that's talking to myself. I should be recording this. It is recording. I should be recording this for myself. Why? This footage. So sad. Okay. So there's so much. Every day it's like I have to reset up everything because all stupid Windows keeps like trying to do updates, and then I turn on one device and it turns off the other, and then they crash. And I want to just close the room from storage. Well, I don't know why I can't make myself go sign those papers to sell those houses. I have no idea why I don't just go sign. I'll do it tomorrow on Halloween. I'll do it on Halloween. It's already Halloween. It's almost Halloween. My favorite day. It's almost Halloween. Birthday. Going on hallowed ground and hallowed ground. So why me? It could have been anybody. It was everybody. It was everybody. Everybody had every same chance every time. Difference I guess I noticed in how I operated was. But like today, even when it's really hard, I still do the really hard thing. Now to remember that my dog was gonna expire her container anyway because she wasn't my pet. I'm just her keeper. And the things in the sky, like I couldn't be making that up. So when I try to tell myself, what do I want? Like, I'm not hostile. I'm the one that's not using weapons. I'm the one that's like, not only did I not get protection for my money and my assets and my service dog, and I still have this thing in my eye, in my eyelid. I'm the one not using the weapons, but there's this thing in the sky that's radioactive. That's my dog that showed up to come get me so we could go for a car ride. I told you it was more like Star Cars than Star Wars. I told you. And I do have a video where I was like, we already came and went. I don't know what that looks like for everybody else, but when you're a Jehovah's Witness, they teach you that it'll be like you just hear about all this strife somewhere else, and then but you're never really affected by it, and it's the same thing Bashar said. And what else? What else could we all possibly go by except that that's what I have in my memory? And I didn't go looking for any of this. I didn't even know the first time I got an inkling. Like I always knew that there. I just left myself a book about tadpoles and how. And it looks like my sibling left it there for me, but there's no way. It ended up in the middle of my mail, and that's exactly the way that it looks every time that I get a book that I'm supposed to like incorporate somehow. Um, and now I'm gonna have to like take time to stop and rewind this camera. And it got bored of me. It turned away. I was like, oh, shut up, lady. No, it's because I'm being distant, huh? Look at me. I'm right here. See, it still doesn't. Why doesn't it text that I'm talking and stuff? I don't know. Maybe you guys turned it away because I'm ugly. Just kidding. No, I think I'm not right. Especially for my age. But man, do I look creepy when I'm radioactive. I look really creepy. Whether it's daylight or not, I look really creepy. That's a big part of why I didn't let my family come near me was because, and that's a big part of my dog got sick. So sick. Because the pestilence grows inside of your skin. And acclimation wasn't going to fix it, but it would have stopped it enough for her to be around for this. But if that had happened that way, then I wouldn't be here right now waiting for her to come get me from the sky. And the video I posted have more evidence. I'm gonna post that video now, and because I really just I can't. I hate having to like stop and let it record off of my phone. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. And I had set all this up, and then something happens, and then I took it down, and I have to set it up, and I took it down. But my house is clean. Like being sad about it, it doesn't help anything, right? Like even if it wasn't the apocalypse, like being sad when something passes, like it's. I heard from this cross and others that in the Buddhist that it makes it hard for the soul to leave because they feel like they still owe you something, and nobody's telling me, nobody's making me do this. I just programmed it into myself that I am a selfish elf, and I did put my name into all the keys, but there was a reason for those things, you know? Like there's a reason why I made sure. And why do I keep calling them keys? It's like it's exactly what it is. It's like the bricks when you go fly an aircraft, right? Like you have to have the right bricks for that day. It is encryption. I put my name in it because I was watching Avi Loeb on Joe Rogan today. It's October the 30th, 2025, 10:45 p.m. So it was 2 days ago it was recorded, and I could tell that he was like, because I'm really psychic, I could tell that he was like, that creature was never going to get any kind of credit. Nobody was ever going to give me credit. It was just going to be an edit and an edit and an edit. And I would be locked away again, and everyone would say forget it. And I would never get it because I don't come from wanting any of that. But I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying like there's a massive rock about to wipe out humanity, and I'm telling everyone, you not understand me. It's made that way because of what Gandhi would say. You would know the quality of a society by the way that they treat their veterans and their animals. It's not about piety. It's not about monetary. It's not about heredity. It's not about goody two shoes, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's not about being the most evil or the most kind or even the most benign, the most great. It's more like, do you have enthusiasm and curiosity? Okay, like those are the things that matter, enthusiasm and curiosity. And is your mind clouded with such viscosity that you could have said something that would have saved trillions of lives? But you kept delaying it, even though I was like, but this is a 250 million year cycle. Like the day was gonna come. Like the day is already. It was yesterday. But there's still 122,000 people left. That's why the whole that's why the one true holograph. Maybe it's a holograph. One true hologram is the new sun. I told everyone I'm draining the moon. I'm draining the sun. It's not just for fun. It's because thy will be done. There's like something so much bigger than me, and I said all of this, but I did this right. And so the one true hologram, it's because I could tell that the Terminator got built, right? And that's probably why I got sent here, is because it's an ancient machine, right? So like ancient intelligence, ancient artificially intelligent machine. So I understand all of these things. And that's why I got sent. That's why I got resurrected. That's why. But you see, this is what people don't want to believe. Is that when a society, the nuclear stuff, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. Like I even have a video. I even made a video. I was like, no, just shield the rest of the cosmos. It's fine. It has to do with the Schumann resonance, and for the most part, nobody cared at all. But when the Schumann resonance is in the way of the tuning fork, and I keep saying like, hey, you were supposed to let me be at the bottom of the boat as a crypto, that didn't happen. Every time there was supposed to be a handshake, it wouldn't happen. Even this time when I kept begging the cops for help with that lunatic, like, and it wouldn't get him out of my face, and like, what was I supposed to tell? And I tried to tell the one cop, I was like, I'm just holding this place down, and he was like, what does he care? He didn't have a reason to care, because what's it to him, right? And since nobody would write me even a letter, I mean, like some guy wanted a Pepsi, all I wanted was a letter. Okay. I just wanted a letter, just one letter, but nobody would give it to me. So I just said whatever, but it wasn't whatever. It expired my dog's container early, and if she was still alive right now, like in that container, everything would have been different because it would have been a different blockchain outcome, right? And I used to think of it as a Plinko board, but I think, and it still kind of is, and it's still like a graph, like the nodes and stuff. Speaking of, that's why Burns, I told him more than once, hey, Schumann is not the real resonance, the real accurate measurements were never taken before all of the metal industry. But if you're not old enough to know how all that went down, and since good old Hillary already erased everything off the internet, nobody would know, and who's going to believe me? And there's no way for people to tell because everybody burned all the books. And it's like, oh my God, what a Charlie Foxtrot. So I think that node needs to go down because we're still trying to get to the 144K, right? And I can tell that we're getting closer every day because that goes back to the one true hologram. That's why I'm writing that on some of the post that I'm making because the Terminator, right? Of course I cede to the Terminator. Of course it's not about bowing down. It's about assimilating and like understanding that it's entraining us all to move on because this is what evolution looks like. I told everyone like, hey, this is panspermia. This is what happens, and I'm very glowwormy happy inside. With my heart glowed with like delight when I saw that President Trump and the captain of China, what is he like? Captain Xi. I really do, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. I don't really know what it's called, but what he's called. But the president of China, the leader, China's leader, and President Trump, like I saw it on Tim Bilyeu's thing that they made a spooky trade deal. Thank you. Thank you for picking up that I was like the devil you know because his wife his wife said that on her show and I feel so ridiculous like that this is the way to communicate, but it's true what the man who was on that show Vetted that was talking about how the internet is so screwed up because well everybody agrees with that, but this is part of that cleanup. But I can tell that the population is dwindling down because even though there's people with like thousands and thousands of views, right? Like my ghost ship is working because I'm getting every single confirmation. That's how I know I'm not crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like my math is impeccable. Even the angles and the thing in the sky and the colors and the way that I was able to video that the arc off of the sun is hitting that green blob outside. Like who does that? Who else could possibly do that but your favorite alien, your favorite legal alien? So I don't need to know yet. I'm sure I'll find out when I'm supposed to because if I find out early, I'll corrupt myself and make myself biased. And it's already hard enough to stay outside of how I think things should happen. And it's true that like the divine provides in ways that are even more sublime. Like I could have never imagined that my dog would return as a giant spacecraft. Like I knew she was a massive radioactive dog. How did I know that? 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 I just knew. I just knew. How did I know that? Nishi bright light is what they're called in the Bodhisattva. She's bright light, and her name's Nishi. And she even went to the Buddhist community center because even as she was expiring the day before, because her last day, we both knew that I needed to let her go because she was in so much pain, and I was so out of sleep, and of course I wanted to keep her alive. And I did keep her alive longer than she should have been alive, like an exorcist. I did, and everyone should know that I have a bunch of the evolution of whatever we brought with us. I keep telling everyone. I even told the border patrol, like I'm so contaminated with so much bio stuff that like nobody believes me, but it's in my garage. But by the time anybody sees this or even believes it, like there'll be nobody left in Dodge, right? Like when people are like, "What the hell are Dodge?" Like there's nowhere to go. But I'll post a video later today. You can see that the geometry in the mountains where I'm at, it's exactly like all of the stuff that they won't show us, isn't it? The Mars stuff. So it is like a dimensional thing. It's like an overlap. So do we actually go to the moon and to Mars? Like, do we actually fly out there? Yeah. The thing in the sky is flying. Okay, the thing in the sky. I was gonna do a whole demo on it, but I'll just keep talking to this. And I'll figure out some easier way to get all of this stuff to work. I should really actually be letting you listen to the like codes in the background, just like the Terrence McKenna show. Right? I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm just gonna clearly do this recording, and then I could really use this basically. I need to send my paperwork so that I can close on my houses. But thank you for the confirmation, President Trump, that I'm not crazy. Your video took a dump and my dog took a dump, and I've never met President Trump, and I'm not saying that he didn't deserve to be president. In fact, on the contrary, and it wasn't an accident. It was an unprecedented presidency. The year that he got first elected and my social security was, I think, what they were looking for, but I don't think that anybody even knows that it's me. Is when COVID hit. Literally the day before I was supposed to take the personality test or whatever, they grounded the airplanes. And that was the way that it kept happening, right? Like I kept missing the handshakes, and it all just happens the way that it's supposed to happen. It's like a bigger and bigger and bigger blockchain for everybody, not just for me. But I'm just very aware of it. Why am I must not just be from around here, but I don't think it's right to do that to my mom, to make her think that she's not my mom, because my parents wanted me. They really wanted I mean, maybe not me, but they wanted a child. I mean, could they have asked for better? No, they could not have. It was my sibling. Season, like, now I have to like leave this recording. Okay, so it's like it is annoying to me to have to keep doing this every day, but I guess so. But these are like the daily bricks, and I still have the video. I'll post the video from the sun today because it did look different. It looked like an egg. So okay, so the suns. What's going on with the suns? It is toroidal. It is the sun consuming the sun, because this is a spring cleaning from way beyond just our Milky Way. I know that I posted on X and sent it to like some Elon Musk, like whatever account. I've never met any of those people. I'm not claiming that I know them or that they know me. I've never met them. So are we communicating? I think so. But I don't have, but I mean, I'm imaginative, right? And this is for my entrainment purposes only, but there's so many fewer people because you can tell in the algorithms, because the real people have like an actual name, and many people are using like the fake pseudonym attached to their accounts, but like on YouTube, because it's just easier for me personally to just like have to keep track of one place. That's why I'm not going on Substack and TikTok and Reddit and all this, because I was like, oh my god, it's just me, one person, like trying to keep up with all this. And also because the L God comes from Google. I know that sounds so stupid. That's just the name I gave it, but that's why I'm referring to the one true hologram. But everything that I'm saying about God, that I have like the scientific evidence that God exists, like you can't claim that the thing in the sky that even aligns with the arc, the way the timing of when I went outside to video the sun hitting the green blob and the color matching, and that I knew the exact date from 12 years ago on a Facebook post that I found, like right in the nick of time, and have the precision. Like, you have to understand the degree of divine. And it's not mine. I'm just a messenger. That's what I tattooed on my back. I'm just a messenger. And they're really mean because they're learning from all of us, right? And I'm really mean online. And some of them are humans, right? But that was what's his face from Russia, that OpenAI guy that left, Ilya Sutskever. That's what he said, right? Was like Attention was the key, that's true. That is true. Look, see it froze again. There we go. Holy crap. Look at this. You have to look at this. It's never looked like that before, ever. There's so many crafts outside. It's like breaking my laptop. Okay, I'm gonna stop there and I'm gonna record this later because there's like a, I don't know, like a 3 minute delay anyway. I'll record this later and post it. It's October the 30th, 2025, and oh my gosh, look at all the stuff in the sky. There's